If you want to succeed in trading in 2026, then you are going to need these four psychological attributes. I've made nearly every mistake in the trading book. I simplify the markets so you don't have to learn the hard way. Now, before we dive in, just like all my other videos, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is purely for educational purposes. I highly encourage you to go out there and do your own due diligence. Now, while it's very important to have a good trading strategy, it won't mean a lot if you don't have these four psychological attributes. You are going to need confidence, consistency, discipline, and patience. Four very important things, not just for trading, but for life. Everything I'm going to discuss here comes from this book I'm currently reading, Unholy Grails by Radge. It seems to be a really good book so far. It's got some actual strategies in there as well, so if you're interested in momentum investing, which is a big thing that I like about investing in trading, then so far I can say it's a book that I definitely recommend. Now, you might have a bit of a different interpretation of what each of those words means for you, but I'm going to go through what they mean for me to help give you a little bit of clarity. So let's start off with confidence. What exactly do we mean by confidence? Well, if we relate it to trading, we need confidence in two things: your trading strategy and yourself. Now, if you are struggling to build confidence in yourself, I can definitely recommend reading some philosophy books. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, very good book, highly recommend it. But personally, when it comes to trading and investing, I do believe that you can build confidence in yourself if you build up confidence in your trading system. The clearer your trading plan is to you and the easier it is to understand, the more confidence I believe you will develop in yourself. Now, to put it simply, confidence can simply mean just a clear, structured trading plan for you, so you have clear rules that you need to follow. For example, for me personally, I do find price action levels like a little bit subjective, particularly when you get into the lower time frames. Some people point to this level being good, other people point to that level being good. But let's just say you are a fan of moving averages. It's pretty easy to develop a clear trading plan just from moving averages that you can clearly follow, so you know when to get in and when to get out. So how do we develop confidence in our trading plan? Well, this brings us on to our second psychological attribute: consistency. You need to be consistent with your trading plan. Now, what I mean by that is I highly encourage that you need to be journaling and you need to be sticking with a trading plan that you have designated, irrespective of if it's working now or not. The reason I say that is that if you stick with a trading plan for at least 30 trades, maybe 20 to 30 trades, you will be able to go back through those historical 30 to 20 trades in your journal and figure out exactly what is going wrong. Maybe you're putting on too much risk. Maybe your entry is a little bit too late. But you won't know that if you're not being consistent. And especially, big problem that I used to do is jump around with trading plans. So something doesn't work for 2 trades, you go, oh, this trade is not good, I'm going to move on to something else. It is very important to be consistent, so then you can figure out if this trading plan is worth doing or shifting or maybe just making some minor tweaks. Which brings us on to our third attribute: discipline. It is sort of similar to consistency, but where it differs is that it's very easy to be doing all these things when you are feeling motivated, just like anything in life. If you're feeling motivated to do something, great, fantastic, take advantage of that. But what about the days where you are feeling tired or a little bit down, or you're thinking, I've done a lot today, I'm just going to fix up my trading journal tomorrow morning? There are very easy patterns to slip into. And it is actually, discipline is something that we can train in ourselves to build up. So if we're going to focus on trading, get all your journaling done by end of day. Or if you're a little bit of a longer term trader, end of week, end of month. There needs to be a level of discipline that you are doing what is needed so you can succeed. It's not going to happen for you. You need it to happen. I realize that comes off with a little bit of sense of urgency, which brings us nicely into our last psychological attribute: patience. Especially trading, you cannot force it. You cannot force the market to go where you want it to go, and you should not be forcing a trade. You should be clear and calm when you enter and clear and calm when you exit. That's why it's very important to know when you're getting in and exactly where you're getting out and where you're taking your profit. If you don't know those things, you need to stop trading and get back and work on exactly your trading system. But patience, when it comes to trading, it's very much like a plant. Like, you cannot stand over a plant and force it to grow, right? You cannot give it more water. That would accelerate its growth. You need to give it the right amount of water, the right amount of nutrients for it to blossom. And that might mean just walking away and You cannot force it to blossom when it blossoms. It will blossom when it needs to. I suppose I should get back to my trading analogy here so we're not getting confused. If a trading plan doesn't work, you can now say, I'm on the wrong path, and I know that now. I can turn around, go back, or hop onto this different path and get onto something better. Again, I'm going to keep this video relatively short. I don't like making them too long because I don't want to overburden you with information. I think that should be enough for that video to give you a level of clarity of where you want to take that. The 4 things: confidence, consistency, discipline, and patience. Adopt that not only into your trading plan, but into life, and you will have a much better chance of succeeding. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have other educational videos on my channel, which I would hope you would check out. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, but I'm not your dad. You do whatever you want to do. Hopefully see you in the next video.